The high school student was stunned by the scene before her. She discovered the new art teacher was none other than her own husband. But the next second, his action of wiping the sweat shocked her even more, because he was actually holding her underwear. Bowen hurriedly gestured to alert him. Only then did Shangming realize something was amiss.
자, 집중하자.
Fortunately, no one else witnessed this awkward moment. And all this is because of a ridiculous marriage decision between two families. Shangming and Bowen had known each other since childhood. The 8-year age gap meant Shangming had always been like an older brother to Bowen. Then one day, their grandfather summoned them. He hoped to see them get married while he was still alive, because they had been engaged since they were young. Bowen immediately refused this absurd proposal, citing her age. She was only 18. But her father informed her.
만 16세 이상은 아직 부모 동의하에 결혼할 수 있단다.
Yet Bowen remained utterly unwilling. Furious, she stormed out. Shangming also voiced his refusal to marry. But what they never expected was, to get them married soon, Grandpa teamed up with Shangming's father to orchestrate a plot. One day, when Shangming was watching TV at home, his father smashed his car with his own hands. He then hinted to Shangming, if you don't agree to get married, your fate will be the same as this car.
너 결혼 기혼시킬 거 아니다.
이제 어떻게?
Bowen's grandfather was immediately admitted to the hospital. He pretended to be seriously ill and would soon die. When Bowen rushed to see him, she was terrified by his frail appearance, and immediately agreed to the wedding as he requested.
할아버지, 결혼할게요. 결혼할 테니까 빨리 눈 좀 떠보세요, 할아버지. 결혼할게요.
Thus, the two entered the marriage altar in a daze. But for Bowen, all this was merely to fulfill her grandfather's wish. Even their planned honeymoon itinerary was deliberately sabotaged by her. She used a bathroom break as an excuse to slip away secretly. Shangming boarded the plane all alone. Being toyed with like this infuriated Shangming. Meanwhile, Bowen was enjoying a romantic date with her crush. After returning from his solo trip, Shangming felt very helpless. But their most urgent task now was to don traditional hanbok and pretend to be a newlywed couple returning from their honeymoon. Seeing their apparent affection, Grandpa eagerly urged them to have a child soon, though they lived together. But they lived their daily lives of fighting with each other. Over time, this dynamic seemed to draw them closer. But trouble soon arrived. One day, Shangming accidentally discovered intimate photos of Bowen with another man. An inexplicable sense of loss immediately washed over him, yet he chose not to confront Bowen. Instead, he sat alone quietly drowning his sorrows in alcohol. But the next day brought a twist. Shangming's internship placement was announced. He was assigned to Bowen's school as an art teacher. The moment Bowen saw her husband in the classroom, she was so stunned she couldn't speak. Back home, she laid down the rules for Shangming. She demanded he keep their marriage a secret, and that they never interfere with each other at school. But what Bowen didn't expect, teacher Jean, who has been single for many years, has developed feelings for her husband. Even more unexpected was teacher Kim personally tracking down Shangming's address that very day. Faced with her sudden visit, Shangming and Bowen were thrown into chaos. To avoid exposing their marital status, they hurriedly took down the wedding photo from the wall. Bowen frantically gathered the laundry hanging outside, but before they could finish tidying up, teacher Kim pushed open the door. Terrified, Bowen immediately hid behind the curtains. The moment she entered, teacher Kim displayed her alluring charm. Shangming decisively pushed her away. After being rebuffed, teacher Kim awkwardly shifted the topic to the nearby robot vacuum. But as the vacuum moved, she unexpectedly noticed something amiss behind the curtain. Alerted, she tried to investigate. Panicked, Bowen tore down the curtain, wrapped it around herself, and dashed out. But with her vision obstructed, she tumbled straight off the balcony. Finally, she staggered away from the scene.
왜요?
동생인데 좀 미쳐가지고.
What troubled her even more was her husband's handsome looks attracting more female classmates from his class. They pestered Shangming to share stories about his first love, though he never mentioned her name. But he mentioned that the other party was his only visitor during his military service. From his blissful expression, Bowen sensed his deep affection for his first love. This made her heart very bitter. That day, their significant age gap led them to the police station. Officers mistakenly suspected an illegal transaction. When they learned the couple were married, the police refused to believe it. Only after summoning the school principal was the misunderstanding finally cleared up. Teacher Kim then learned their true relationship. Subsequently, teacher Kim began making life difficult for Bowen, even demanding she complete the art festival poster alone. Upon hearing this, Shangming immediately stepped forward to plead with teacher Kim.
그게 어디 있습니까? 그 넓은 벽을 본인한테 다 그리라뇨.
그래요. 혼자서 하라 그랬어요. 그게 어때서?
Facing the enormous backdrop wall, Bowen instantly felt overwhelmed by despair. Yet she had no choice but to grit her teeth and persevere. After school, she returned home exhausted only to find Shangming absent.
야 박사, 이경민, 너 지금 어디에 있는 거야? 좀 도와줘야 되는 거 아니야?
Unbeknownst to her, Shangming was secretly at school finishing her artwork for her, but she was busy going out on a date with her senior. Coincidentally, this scene was captured on video by her brother's classmate. That evening, her brother pulled out the camera, intending to show off his new girlfriend to the family. Before he could utter a word of praise, a scene of Bowen being affectionate with another boy appeared. When Bowen walked in, the image before her eyes froze her in shock. Facing her family's gaze, she fled the scene in shame. Alone on a park swing, she wept silently. Then Shangming approached. He gently comforted Bowen, urging her not to blame herself too much. After all, this marriage had never been their choice from the start. After returning home, Mom told Bowen, although on the surface, this marriage was forced by Grandpa, in reality, they all knew the deep affection between her and Shangming. Whenever Bowen fell as a child, Shangming would always feel the most heartache. And whenever Bowen saw Shangming, her tears would stop. Yet as time passed, both seemed to grow uncertain about their feelings. That evening, while preparing to do laundry, Bowen accidentally discovered paint-stained clothes belonging to Shangming. Only then did she understand why he was always absent. So she hurried to the school to find Shangming, but she didn't notice that Shangming had already returned home. He packed his bags and decided to move out of this forced family. He left behind a photo album filled with their childhood memories. When Bowen arrived at the school and saw the painting on the wall, her heart was deeply moved. It depicted the very scene of her and Shangming swinging together as children. In that moment, her tears could no longer be held back. She finally realized that Shangming had always loved her silently, but this love was too familiar, too natural, like the air we breathe, often overlooked without a second thought. She hurried home to Shangming's room, only to find he had already left. On the desk lay an album filled with their shared memories. Later, she found a letter from the album, a letter she herself had once written to Shangming. It turns out that Bowen had visited him at the military camp, but due to military duties, the two never met. Before leaving, Bowen had entrusted someone to deliver her letter. Only then did Bowen realize she had always been the first love he never forgot. She finally confirmed her heart. The next day, Bowen found the senior and proposed to break up. Inside the festival venue, Shangming, now a teacher who had successfully completed his internship, was invited on stage to give a speech. But mid-speech, a student abruptly interrupted him. The other party exposed the relationship between Shangming and Bowen in public. The audience was shocked. The mastermind behind this uproar was none other than Teacher Kim. Faced with this sudden turmoil, Shangming chose not to flee. He candidly admitted everything, detailing the entire sequence of events to everyone. He asked everyone present not to cause trouble to Bowen's campus life because of this incident, because she, like the other students present, is still a growing child. But then Bowen suddenly walked onto the stage.
나 이제 어린애 아니야. 어려서부터 항상 오빠 내 곁에 있었어. 그래서 묘한 감정들 그런 거 잘 몰랐었는데 나 오빠를 사랑하는 것 같아.
Hearing this, Shangming's heart swelled with joy he couldn't contain. He gently kissed Bowen's forehead. Finally, amidst thunderous cheers, the two embraced tightly.